Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Legacy Velocitron Speedia 500 Collection Blurr. You can see him there in front of the box. We'll go ahead and put it off to the side real quick. I'm going to take a look at this kind of beat up box, thanks Walmart. Yeah, you can see right there, it's got the Velocitron blue stuff. You got the Cyberplanet key thing, Transformer, or Cyberplanet symbol, whatever. You got Blurr right there, doing his thing. And you got Legacy and up here. Well, you have it here at the little flap with the alt mode, and up here you have a picture of the alt mode and everything. And again, you can see it's beat up. On this side, you have an extension of that picture and some Cybertronian and authentic. On this side, you have another close-up of that picture. On the bottom, you have some more copyrights and what it includes. And on the back, you have a big old shipping label, which is, yeah. Big old shipping label and, yeah, Blurr product shots. And, yeah, again, really beat up packaging. And, yeah, they put his big old shipping label and I couldn't get it off. No, without just, well, living, yeah. Of course, it comes with instructions, which are, it's pretty simple because it is based on the Studio Series 86 Blurr. And yeah. Blurr here. Yeah, he is packaged vehicle mode. Hooray! Again, yeah, I like this about the Velocitron, man. I can't remember if I said this in the Cosmos review, but man, I miss it when Transformers were packed in alt mode. Yeah, you can see he is a Blurr-esque thing, and the thing is, he is actually based on, I believe, the IDW Blurr bit, although there is some chicanery here. But yeah, as you can also see, it's a lot of Studio Series 86 Blurr stuff. You got, the windscreen with this Autobot symbol. You got the seat, and this is pretty much like this is all right here from here forward is modified. You can see the nose is different, the sides are different. These are like fake tires. And these little bits right here are modified. Almost everything else is pretty much the same in this mode, including the kind of the faux hover thing. But yeah, you got these nice shades of light blue and dark blue and white, and there's a bit of silver back here too, and whatnot. And yeah, down here you see some white here too and whatnot. But yeah, it doesn't roll or anything. There's no actual wheels. These are supposed to be wheels. He's supposed to roll, but they don't touch the ground. They don't move. Nothing. It's kind of just an implied thing because, well, IDW did it like that. So, or IDW had these wheels. So, yeah, they kind of implying it. And of course, he also comes with the gun and this thing, the same exact accessories. And they, of course, can once again plug in up here if you want. If I can do that. And plug this in too. And there you go. Have that going on. Yeah, no rolling. He just can slide. There you go. It's pretty decent, I guess. Kind of interesting version of Blurr, but it's one of those things. It's like, I don't know. For me, the only thing, the reason I have this is because Walmart did that thing where they had the listing for just Velocitron Deluxe, which was you got a random deluxe. So at the time, I was like, I didn't have Cosmos yet, so I ordered, and I ordered 2 of them, and I got Cosmos that same day, and I went, oh, never mind. I went to go cancel, and nope, they already shipped it. So I was like, okay, we'll see what happens when they show up. And, well, here's Blurr. The other one was the Skids repaint, but I'm giving that to my nephew, so that's not going to show up on the channel. And if it does, that means that he didn't want it. Yeah. I can't remember. I think that I can't remember if the gun is supposed to be part of the vehicle mode or not, as in, stylistically. I'm going to go ahead and just remove that because... yeah, I'm going to do comparisons real quick. And yeah, particularly, well, with Studio Series 86 Blurr. You can see, yeah, what I'm talking about. The remolding in the front is significant. Shorter nose, longer side things, different shapes there. Different shapes for the back end here. Fin is exactly the same. The rest of the molding is exactly the same. Yeah, it's pretty much all. The rest of it's pretty much identical. So you got that going on. Yep. Blurr. And, yeah. That's his alt mode. Pretty decent, but kind of weird. I'm not sure it's for me. I probably wouldn't have bought this if it wasn't just for the fact of just throwing at me because of random order. So, yeah. Man, transformation. First things first, I'll just go ahead and flip that down. It's probably going to flip itself down in the way anyway. But you want to untab this from the sides, and that kind of, you want to roll it up a bit. It's kind of weird. Or roll it out. Kind of roll it at angles just so you can get it out like that and bring it out like that. Same on this side. Untab it and roll it like that. And then over down here, you want to go ahead and untab the feet from these things and pop those out. Like so. Bring those forward a bit. Actually, pop those out, and then before you bring those forward, pop those out so they're just ready to go. And then go ahead and bring these around right here and tab those in like that. And then bring these up and click them in place just to get them out of the way. And then you can go ahead and open this up, bring the legs down all the way, pop them apart, rotate this part into the leg. So close this up like that, bring the foot down, close this up, bring the foot down. There you go. You can standing. Now you go ahead and rotate this around 180 so it looks like that. Bring the arms down. Bring the arms down like that. And go ahead right here, rotate this 180, make sure to go a specific direction, and then go around, make this round. And this is supposed to, tab is supposed to kind of hook into this a little bit. Not super secure, but it works. Yeah, hook that in, and then same thing over here. Rotate this around, bring this around, hook it in the back of the arm. There you go. And then last step here is go ahead and bring this around and bring it down and around and then push it in, click into place, and there you go. There is Blurr in his robot mode. And yeah, it's, you know, you see here, it's again mostly the same shape as the Studio Series 86 Blurr. He's got a new head and some new shoulder, again, new head and shoulders, but but mostly other than that, pretty much the same, just in different, slightly different colors. So you got this head. It's a pretty interesting head. You know, got the Blurr thing, so you know the IDW things. He's got the swept back ear things. He's got a, I'm not sure. I think that might be a very light blue or maybe a silver. It's hard to tell for the eyes, but yeah, he's got his painted light blue face. You got the chest thing. You got the white here. You got the dark blue on the forearms and more white and dark blue, and again the shoulder things look nice and all that stuff. They did, you know, skimp on something. I believe there's supposed to be like some turbine things or something, but yeah, it's not here on this figure because that's too much remolding. But he's largely pretty good. The backpack is, you know, small, not a huge deal. Doesn't really get in the way. You got these, of course, the arm things, which they are what they are. They are also stick out quite a bit and stick out more than they do on the Studio Series version because just they're longer. Yeah. He does generally look pretty good, but I don't know. It's one of those things I don't really care about this as much. So it's like, it's one of those things that it looks good. There's nothing wrong with it, but I just don't really mind. I wouldn't have got it if it wasn't for circumstances. But yeah, of course, he got his gun, which peg in, no problem. He holds it real solid. And he has the little, I guess, well, it's a fuel can welder, I think. It was either fuel thing or a welder. But anyway, you can take that and peg it over this hand and do that if you want. There you go. That's some stuff you can do. Yeah. Yeah, he does look good. He's got some good paint apps and everything. He just does look good. It's just, for me, it's just like, I don't really care enough. This is actually the third time they've used the mold, and they're all been Blurr. But yeah, Poseability. You got his head is on a ball joint, so you left and right. You got up and down. Wiggle is kind of there, but it's kind of weird because of the shape of his head, particularly the neck thing. But yeah, shoulders can ratchet weird enough. If it was a faux ratchet thing, they're clicky. They go all the way around. Got that's outward. That's not compromised at all, thankfully. Even though these big old spires things, you got the bicep swivel. You got a elbow bend, which is about 90 degrees. He does have a wrist swivel, although it's again, it's that weird thing of it's attached to this part, so you can't actually really use it that much. And you can only really go outward, and then you starts looking weird. So he does have a wrist swivel. It's just attached to all this, and that kind of stinks. That's the case, but yeah, it's kind of limited by just how you're doing the engineering. Unfortunately, waist swivel, unhindered, no problems there. Thighs can go forward about that far. Do that far, back that far, outward that far. Got a thigh swivel, knees about 90 degrees, and ankles got tilting that far, and you can go, get my finger on it. Yeah, you get quite a lot of forward movement, which is interesting, and not really any back. But yeah, that's the IDW-esque Blurr, which is funny considering IDW is about to lose a license anyway, so it's kind of extra weird there. Yeah. Real quick. Here he is with the Studio Series 86 Blurr. Again, you can see largely the same mold, just again the shoulders and head here in this mode is pretty much shoulders and head, and everything else is pretty much the same. Oh, and actually this piece is remolded differently. I just noticed that. Yeah, this is the different molds there, so that's something else. But yeah, it's largely, other than those parts, the same mold. There you go. And just for the sake of it, here he is with Cosmos. Just because they're in the same line, so why not? There you go. So Blurr here. Is he worth getting? I don't know. I know a lot of people didn't like the Studio Series 86 Blurr. I thought he was fine. But it's a pretty good slight retooling, I guess. It's pretty good. It looks fairly IDW-ish. They did skimp a couple of the details, but it looks pretty good. I think it transforms. It's pretty clever transformation. It unfortunately can't roll in the alt mode, and so it's got fake wheels and everything. It's fine. I just personally am just not really that, into him, I guess. It's nothing wrong with the figure. Mine's dead solid. All the joints are nice and tight. Heck, he even holds the gun tighter than my Studio Series 86 Blurr does. But all the joints are tight. He transforms well. Nothing gets really loose or weird, and everything works. It's a good figure. Just I'm personally not that into him because I don't really care about IDW Blurr. So, So yeah, if you like what he looks like, go ahead and pick him up. He's going to probably be one of the ones that are easy to get because he's just, mostly a repaint with some minor retooling. Yeah, I don't know. If you didn't really like the original Blurr mode, I don't think you're going to really like this one that much either. Unless maybe your only problem was the head, because a lot of people really hated the chin. This one doesn't have that problem, so I don't know. Maybe that might change. This might be not be enough to change your mind. But whatever way, if you see this and you look at it's like it, go ahead and pick it up. There's nothing wrong with it. But I don't think if you didn't like the mold already, you're probably not. This one's not going to change your mind. So yeah, that's it for this one. I hope you found this informative and entertaining. I hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitter. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1. And check out my Coffee and my Patreon. And I'll see you next time with another video review.